Hi guys, I hope you're well. And today I am doing a reading, on Michael Cohen as per request, and also because there have been, a lot of people are writing, asking about that, what happened today. Apparently I guess his lawyers are leaving or something. And then I read something else that said it's all kind of like it was meant as a way to tell Trump that he needs help. It's just there's all these a lot of conflicting information. So that's the question. So this is the broad question is what is going on with Michael Cohen? Okay. First, I think in this case it's best to. I'm sure there's like all kinds of things going on with him, but I think in terms of the lawyers leaving, I think it would be probably a good idea to start off by asking why have the lawyers left. Okay, apparently I think it's a money issue, but it's strange, right? If you think about it, if I think he knows so much. There's all the damaging information in the world he has, okay, on Trump and probably other people, but no one is stepping up to pay off his bills, right? So that's a little strange, no, right? Because if you wanted, let's say you were one of the people who had compromising information, you would probably not want, right, him to go to jail. I mean, you don't care about him going to jail, but you would try to fight this, right? But they're not paying for it. So there's like some money issue there. And also, so I just wanted to, before getting started in the reading, now that I think I've clarified what the focus is going to be on, I also wanted to mention that I think one of the things I've been thinking about a lot is this whole voter suppression situation. And I've done a reading, actually, I haven't uploaded to either Patreon or I'm going to do Patreon tonight, probably before or alongside this video, about the whether Mueller has evidence of voter data, like changing voter data. I think he does, and it shows that indeed people are going to go to jail because of this. So anyway, so just to say that I know some of you have asked for readings on specific updates on specific people that I think are a little bit at this stage are not central. So I'm going to kind of, how do you say it? I'm going to hold off a little bit on some of the known actors. I know Cynthia wanted a reading on Hope Hicks, and I feel like I've done several readings on her already. And right now, I feel like there's just so much going on that I think I'm going to sort of like stick to what's, there's these breaking news, and also finding out stuff that we don't know. Okay, all this like scenario, I'm really particularly fascinated with the scenario about how the votes were changed and whether there's proof of that the election was fake. Okay, so that's kind of like something I've been preoccupied with lately, and there's just so much going on that, like I said, it's one of those moments, okay, that you feel like there's just all this information. And I also just wanted to say, I don't know if I get a chance to do a reading on an update on Manafort, because I said I did a couple of readings on him recently. One was that he was going to flip, and the other one was the kind of breakthrough reading about how he was an agent he's essentially a Russian agent working in the Trump campaign. So, but what I just want to say is that if I don't get a chance to see what's going to happen I just want to do a quick reading to find out what's going to happen to him on Monday. I'm sorry, not Monday, Friday, right? Because I feel like it's going to be a day where somebody's going to go to jail. But if not, then I feel like even if he goes to, I don't think he's going to necessarily flip now. It may take a while, okay? But that's all I want to say. So let's get started now. I'm going to close my eyes and get started with the what's going on with Michael Cohen. Okay, so first, like I said, I'm going to lower this and I'm going to focus on. Okay, put this away. So yeah, so first I am going to start with, in terms of Michael Cohen, what is going on with him in terms of why have his lawyers left? Why does he not have any lawyers anymore? Okay, what's this issue with him dropping the lawyers? Is this uniquely financial? What's going to happen here? because I just want to, because that's how this whole thing started. And like I said, there's just a lot of different conflicting information about what he is going to do. Okay, so look, uncovering of illegal stuff. Okay, I know that. Lack of focus. He feels like they may not win. Aggression has kind of like wilted down, almost like too aggressive. Okay, interesting. Okay, so what happened? Why are his lawyers leaving? And guys, just as I'm shuffling the cards and looking at this, I am getting a sense of like, okay, I'm just gonna talk to you a little bit, just because I'm getting the sense that he's like, he lied to the lawyers. And there's essentially the cards here I think are suggesting that uncovering of more illegal evidence, a lack of focus, and a feeling that he was overtly aggressive. Like this could be the whole extortion thing, okay? So I feel like they just were like, dude, you're screwed, you didn't tell us this. It's just darker than they thought, okay? There was more there than I think they were initially led to believe. But let's see what the other cards say. So why is he leaving? Why is Michael, I mean, I'm sorry, not him, the lawyers leaving. Is he dropping the lawyers? Are they dropping him? What's the deal here? Okay. Okay, something, this is a card of professional reputation and also recognition or something becoming public also, right? Famous news. Okay, so there's news of something here about the family. Okay. Why are his lawyers leaving, or why have they left? High honors, okay. Change. Main person would be him. I want to do another card here. Oh, look, an ending. That right next to him is a coffin. So oh, look, guys, prison. Damn. First card, okay. Meeting, okay. A strategy. Huh. Wow, okay, so recognition, okay, this is like realization of something very illegal, and that illegality made his professional reputation, or made the reputation of somebody in power. I would assume Trump, and this leads to jail, okay? This is very clear. And here, the chariot upside down, it can mean, when it's upside down, it can mean like extreme, it's either lack of focus or like a too much control, trying to control too much, which would, like I said, would go well with this narrative of extortion, because also had a card of extreme aggression on this here. So this becomes news, okay? So something's coming out about the illegal lengths they went to, and this is going to change things, right? And here is a meeting. So there's meetings here, okay? Because of some meeting or meetings. And here's aggression with or on behalf of a family or the family. And this leads to the ending of a man here, I think Michael Cohen, and the strategy and his strategy. Now, I don't, guys, this is weird. There's something really final here. Okay, when I first saw that like the lawyers had left, there were some reports that said it's because they non-payment. That's what I thought. It was made a lot of sense, right? But now what the cards are saying is that it's like, and I think if I recall correctly, I've done so many readings by now, but I think there's something really final here. It ends with a prison and coffin. So it's almost like it's strange. I was really expecting it to be much more about cash. Okay, like they didn't pay him, or they weren't paid. But I feel like there's more here that I just wanted to. I'm gonna close my eyes, guys, because I'm trying to understand that something is missing here. Something's not making sense. Okay, I feel like yes, part of it sounds like it's because he must have lied to them to some degree. But I want to find out. I'm gonna close my eyes. So what's going on here? Why did they leave? Okay, so I feel like it's showing them like having a conversation. Like what? Like what the hell is this? Sort of like there's all this stuff, all this dirt. Okay, so but why can't they stay with him? If there's all this, wouldn't it be a reason for them to stay with him? Why can't this? First, I feel like they're saying like they don't trust the guy because he lied so much, and also because they don't think he can afford. He's so. It's almost like I'm getting the sense of like, for example, let's say you somebody, like the example I have here is like this investigation for somebody who was like police was like after someone for a rape charge and they realized the person is a serial killer, but more. Okay, it's the sense of like that there's just so many criminal issues here that it's like you would take a whole life to like defend, to even just deal with all of this and all the people that he has. Like there's just so many people involved in this whole thing, not just Trump. It's almost like they're saying like among each other, like it's like a whole crime syndicate in one person. It's just too many crimes, too many different people involved, and they just feel like it's not worth it for some reason. And I feel like he doesn't have any money. Yeah, I feel like they don't like him, and it's just like it's strange. Okay, so but it shows here, like I said, guys, why. Yeah, it's also like I think it's showing here too that they're saying they're kind of arguing with him, and they're like, look, because they have, they're I guess experienced lawyers. They're saying you're not going to win over these. These are you have all the force of the government on top of you, and you think you're going to be like acting cute or something. It's not going to work. So it's almost like he's living. I think he's still living in La La Land. Okay, he's not getting it. Okay, so that's interesting as well. Yeah, so it's like it's also, guys, once let me look at this. It's also could mean this here. Let me show you. Prigione, riunione, meeting, pensiero. So it could be meetings about the strategy over how he's going to be arrested. Because this is prison upright and it doesn't, I mean, and then, so it's like, there's talk of him being, guys, this is pretty intense here, okay? So, yeah, I just feel like the whole thing is like, I feel like this sense that this is very, very heavy on him, meaning he's involved in too much. And it's like a bottomless pit, and he doesn't get it, okay? Yet. I don't think the reports that he's collaborating with the government, I don't think that's true yet, okay? I think it's just that yeah, it's almost like he really, guys, it's almost like I feel like I see this image of a person living in a comic book. Like he thinks that this stuff that he has done, it's all like, you can erase it. If you're designing a comic, like drawing, and you can erase it, you can't, they're like, no, you can't erase it just because Trump said it's fake news. It doesn't mean anything. It's like it's illegal. Okay. So yeah, it's like I just feel like anyway, it's like there's too many people involved in this and it's too heavy. Okay, it's intense. And I feel like this is gonna sound terrible, okay, what I'm gonna say, but I just feel like he has no one. Okay, like I mean he has his family, but obviously like I just get the sense that all the people that he worked with, not all, well, I guess I just feel like this sense that nobody really wants to help him. Okay, nobody really wants to put their money up because the whole thing is too public. Okay, even the people that have, they're compromised in a way, they just do not want any attention because if they were to pay for his, people would find out and stuff. So it's very intense, okay, the scrutiny. So, okay, so now, what if I reshuffle? Yeah, let me just put these, like, I'm going to reshuffle and let's ask. So now, so what's going on with Michael Cohen, okay, in the near future? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Okay. Yeah. So what's going on with Michael Cohen in the near future? Because I feel like I said, guys, those kinds of things are so like there could be so much information that I do need cards. Okay, it's not. Um, it's yeah. I just feel like the sense I got here is that there's just so much. Okay, that is like it's like over. It's almost like a whole library of crimes. Okay, I'm gonna lower this. So what's going on? What is going on with Michael Cohen in the next, starting with today to the near future? So let's say I'm going to do a column here for now, which is June, right? July, and then thereafter, July and sometime. So, and then the next between August and let's say August, September. Yeah, so just so sometimes guys timing is not ideal, but let's just say now and then the near future, okay, and medium future. So what's going on with Michael Cohen? Michael Cohen, what's going on? What decisions will he make? What's going to happen? So now, okay, this is now, this is near future, this is, okay, so, okay. What's going on, Michael Cohen? Okay, so, okay, so, I'm trying to think here. Okay, well, let me, I'm going to do it this way. Okay. Okay, so, family upset. Can't sleep, that makes sense. Little man here. Okay, so this is reputation, and then something becomes public, corruption, and ending. Exposure, cut. Okay, guys, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Let's see if I can do. So I feel like this, I have to remember, I kind of reorganized this to be the present. So news of corruption brings an ending. So an ending. This is just the beginning, guys, right? So, and I think this has to do with something emotional, okay? Something, this is changes, okay? The news are going to create a lot of change. And guys, this is sometimes can refer to the Republicans, but we don't know it. So there's some shady past and shady connections. This is network, okay? Shady connections in the network. This could also be related to hacking. I don't know yet, okay? Because these combination of these two cards, corruption of the network, okay, this is a big deal because it could mean stuff related to the election. This is this shows that they're making a legal decision about also Russia and or the women, okay? This is, he can't sleep next because of the reputation. So one more here, okay, so this is money, okay? This would be the money related to Russia. Isn't covered. And then there's women here, again, exposure, something shady related to the family. Okay, I think Trump's family, and everything gets cut, okay? So the ending of the reputation, and the reputation gets cut, okay, because they're working to, on the wrong path. And then we have so what's going on with Michael Cohen? What's going on with Michael Cohen? And it shows, guys, relatively so far, that right now is the worst, okay, in the sense that it's like he can't really, it's almost like they nail him and then the stuff comes out more and more. But I honestly, and I think in many of the readings I've done of him, I just feel like it's like there's no way out for him, okay? Even if he talks, it doesn't mean much, okay? So the center we have, let's big hope, big water. Let's see. Yeah. Gloomy, yeah, right now he's having gloomy thoughts, makes a lot of sense. Living room, right? So, let's see, I'm just going to pull out the cards and then main person, again, another card that usually means Russian here. Success in love. So, yeah, so this would be, I think, Russia stuff, false person. Again, I'm another marriage card, okay? So the corrupt marriage. Here's Mueller, right on top of the coffin. The foreign power. Meetings, okay? So the meetings, he was in these meetings. Okay, so right now, you know what? Let me just now do the, just quickly here. So here we have marriage card, living room journey. So I feel like this is a card of private communications. So the private communications are telling about they tell that he has a deal with the foreign power. This deal, it makes him worried about Mueller. And of course, Mueller is right here. This is right now. Mueller is on top of him right now. And private communications about the hopes. I mean, this is also, guys, the hope means also the big dream that they had, okay? And it again talks about this deal. And Mueller knows about the meetings and how the meetings, he was in all these meetings and stuff. So it's almost like the foreign power installed a fake person and they talked about it in these meetings. Okay, so yeah, shady past, guys. This is the past. Shady past. Love. Okay, love would be the women stuff. The facade. I hope. Fortune. Some money problems here, guys. Now, this is now women. Okay, yeah. Look, the women, the woman, and the love. Strange, strange. Let's see more here. Yeah, so this is a group of people. It's involved. It's like this love thing related to many men, I think. Oh, look, unexpected. Okay. And the undoing of the Gran Signore, right? So, all right, guys. So, yeah, the money related to the love affairs and stuff that him and many other men are involved. I sense here, guys, the thing with the blackmail, the money that made up the facade. The money is a facade because there's a problem with the cash here, and the cash is only facade, and that's something unexpected, or they find out about it in more ways than it was expected. There's like some issues with women in the past, and also something about women who help them make money, and the love stuff affects many men. Hope. Let's see one more about the hope. Okay, again, shady conversations. It's interesting. It's almost like, guys, I am getting a strong sense here about blackmail. That's how he made his money, him and Trump. I could be wrong, but this is what I sense here. And in a way, guys, I'm getting a sense like when people ask, so why didn't the media speak up against Trump? I think there were so many people that Trump himself had compromise on that this is making a lot more sense here. So I just wanted to say also before I go on and tell you like step by step of the story that I feel that the worst that happens now, okay? I think he's gonna either be arrested or like they're gonna like box him in now. And then the story is told. But I just feel like they already have information and I don't think he escapes, guys. I don't think that what he has, because he doesn't really have power, right? He's not Trump and he's not a billionaire or someone like that. He just doesn't have people to vouch for him. So, you know what I mean? It's like he is supposed to work for them. They don't work for him. Okay, so, all right. So here we have a man in a position of power. Could be Trump, corruption, a deal, but then there's problems with money, or there's issues with the money that was involved in this, in getting this, and confirming this. Yeah, and I'm getting a sense here that this could be the quid pro quo money, okay? There's changes because things become news, and he's very worried about the love stuff. This is what's strange, is that with all of this that we think, or that I thought was important, he's worried about the sex stuff. So this is why I think it's kind of like shady. There's something there, related to women that I think either he has compromise on so many men, or that he makes money from it. I don't know. It's shady. Okay, this is like emotion on the card of emotions and ending. Okay, Mueller's here. Women and people are upset because of this women stuff. This women stuff is very damaging from what the cards are saying here. It could end many people. Okay, this is something, again, shady about the past, related to the network. The living room, meaning something private or something intimate. And the facade, okay? And like I said, guys, it's strange, right? I wasn't expecting this. So then we have the unveiling of a decision being made about the Russia stuff, and the money from Russia, and how that gave hope, and how this was done a while ago, a long time ago, or there's some shady past related to these plans. And then we have, this is coming soon, right? So he can't sleep, thinking about what's going to be of his reputation, related to Russia and the deal that they had, the hope and the shady conversations. So it's almost like I have a sense, guys, that he really thought that there was, like I said, I've done also several readings on the whole, their master plan to change everything. He thought this was going to be his big break, but I don't think so. This is one woman here is exposure related to the foreign power, unexpected, okay, coming soon. So, problems with Trump's family because something becomes public. The exposure of the false person and his fortune. So I feel like there's something about how Trump made his money. He's connected to how Trump made his money, and that exposes the family as completely fake. He is doing something wrong, or something outside of the norm. Okay, outside of what really is the right way. You know what I mean? In a kind of like a almost like a religious, spiritual way. This is a card of cutting, that last card, meeting. He was at the meeting about the fake Lord, and that's his end. Okay, so like I said, guys, I just sense that, like, let me just close here, that it's like I see him, okay, Michael Cohen as a little kid, like having all these dreams, and like Trump like let him live in a fantasy land, and he's like, I could do this, I'm like this, I'm a big guy, you know, like it's showing the kid like, I'm a cowboy, I'm this, whatever. And then like he's living this fantasy land, and then the door shuts in prison, and he wakes up. And I think he denies, this is the thing, I think he is going to go to prison. I think he's not going to make a deal until he gets to prison, and then he talks. I think he's still going to go to prison regardless. It's not showing him talking here, guys. I think he's going to go to prison, and then that's when he may talk. But I think the amount of evidence, I just get a sense, and I think I've seen this before, that just there's no way out for him, really. Okay, he can't, like, for some reason, why? Yeah, I just feel like, why can't he, if he decides to talk about, to go against her, why can't he, why won't Mueller like give him a deal, or what is all this? Or they're saying like it might be too late, because they're saying the Mueller kind of has his case, and that he is not, how do you say this? I think he wanted, he was like, he kind of thought, he's like, I feel like it's showing the prosecutors looking at him like, are you kidding, dude? Wake up. He believed the whole Trump thing, okay? He thought that he was going to keep doing this forever. I think he was like a small-time crook type, okay? And then suddenly the whole thing blew up. The fact that Trump is president has been actually very bad for him. And I just feel like they have enough evidence now. And unless they wanted him to talk about everything he knew, to speak up against every child of Trump, all this stuff. He only wants to give one or two or a few things. And it's like either everything or like, you're done. Okay, we already have. Like, obviously they're not telling him what they have, but I feel like they're saving the toughest, for like maybe Jared or like those people, okay? And I feel like I just don't get, guys, the sense that they're like, it's gonna, he's gonna get a way out of it. So what I feel like, okay, in terms of what happens with Cohen, the reason is the attorney left because they're like, you're not gonna get out of this. And I think he's still living in La La Land, like I said. He hasn't woken up. And he's not, I have a sense, I could be wrong, that he's not going to collaborate until he goes to prison, and then when he feels like he can negotiate some better terms. But I don't think that this is, I don't see anything good coming for him, okay? If he decides, he's not Manafort, essentially, okay? So that's that, okay? And then, but why, the one question I still have, why isn't Trump, okay, this is a question, why isn't Trump paying for his legal bills? Like, you know what I mean? Why aren't more people, like, is Trump paying for his bills? Is Trump, this is what I mean, more like as a compassionate person, I want to know, like, he's done so much for Trump, whatever you say, he's an asshole, whatever, he's committed crimes, but I feel like he's shown his loyalty, but Trump is not showing the loyalty, but I want to know, maybe he is. Is Trump helping him in any way, financially or whatever? Is Trump actually helping Michael Cohen in any way, considering everything that's happening, yes or no? Oh, yeah, he doesn't want to give him money. There's people there. Okay, so I feel, guys, he doesn't want to give him money. Okay. He feels like there's more people involved, and he's saying, like, it's not just me, there's other people. So there's a fight here, there's disagreement. Key. He's worried that he's like, how I'm not going to pay him because what if he's going to become a witness against me? Here, conversation talking. Witness talking the White House. So important, talking the White House. Oh, okay. Sad news, okay? Grief and adversity. Court. Yeah, I feel, guys, he's not paying him. There's financial issues here because Trump is like on survival mode. There's negative news, grief, and adversity in court. That's what he represents to him. Because I feel like I'm sensing, guys, I have the sense of like Trump is like, this guy, like, if he wasn't around, I would not be into trouble. Like, he doesn't understand that he created all the problems. He thinks that it's all about Michael. Like, whenever someone, he has a problem, it's always someone else's fault. He's doing the same to him. Oh, look, Bambino, that's it. Yeah. So it's bad news for Trump, obviously. Oh, look, yeah. Oh my God, this is great, guys. He has there's smoking gun evidence that will kill Trump. Let's see what it. Oh, look, yeah. Private communications and the sex stuff could be both, guys. So there's smoking gun evidence. Okay, very serious evidence. And him and the people that worked for Trump. Like, this is a group of people agreeing on something together. This agreement, fighting with the White House, there's court, and Trump knows that he has all this information that is incriminating. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys, like, yeah, interesting. I feel like I said, I think, guys, Trump is like, Trump is very cheap, and he's like, this stuff is incriminating. Why would I pay? Like, he feels like I'm not paying for him. Like, he should be freeing me, and he's not helping me. So the conversation, look, the recordings, I've said this before, the recordings caused grief and adversity to Trump because this is smoking gun evidence related to the child and private communications, okay? Apparently he recorded conversations with Trump, and this is court. It's gonna know about his private communications, and he's in the White House. So it's showing here, guys, that at the same time that I saw before that I don't know that he's yet talking to the prosecutors. I feel like Trump, he's almost like, he's like a person who's like, I see him like, he does all these like criminal stuff, and he kind of like, Trump knows he manipulates people. He knows he can be like, hey, what about that guy? Maybe you could try to kill him or something for me. Like, there's ways, and I feel like he's diabolical and magical. He can kind of try to convince people to do things that are illegal and like get him and not be involved in the actual like stuff. And I think he knows, he sees, and I'm like, from his perspective, he sees that image of Michael Cohen as radioactive. He's like, and there's like Michael Cohen, he's green, he's like radioactive. So he wants to step away from him. Trump has this he's like, it's very hard for him to be around someone who makes him look bad. It's like he's like clinically unable to do that. So if someone's going through a hard time, he doesn't help them because it's going to get him down. You know what I mean? It's like, for him, it's like he understands the level that the information that he has is very damaging. So he doesn't want to be seen as like, does it make sense? So this is what I feel like. This is why he's not helping him, because he knows that the material is extremely damaging. And that's why, guys, it's so strange. I don't understand, like, so he feels like he's not taking his calls. There's someone who's like a friend and is not like helping him. There's something there, okay? Because it feels if he gives him money, that's like I'm giving credence to the idea that I am like involved in this. And it just seems so wrong, right? So okay, so then how does that, okay, this is the question I have now. So how does that make, what happens when Michael Cohen realizes Trump is not helping him? Okay, what I mean, I think that would of course make him want to talk. But let's see here. He's quiet. Okay, what happens when he realized? Oh, he's imbalanced. He's like angry. Oh, look, he wants to turn his back, but he can't. Interesting. So opportunity for the gentleman to change, to improve. Okay, let's see. Child. Okay, child. Just give me child. Gift. Okay. Gentleman. Trump. Prison. Look. Oh, again, the money stuff. Yeah, an ending to Trump could end. The man here, let's see another man. What is this man here? Attack. Move on from, yeah, so guys, I feel like I'm just trying to think here if this is motivating him. The question is this motivating him to what's happening, motivate opportunity to move on to something better, trying to move on if we can, to go to prison. I feel like, guys, I'm trying, because I'm asking you these questions, okay, I'm like thinking to myself, okay, I saw this man here, okay, and I was like, oh, who's this? Is it him? And then I put on the card, it's child. I think could be Trump. And then we have another card here that's Trump, which makes me think that this could be Trump's children. Oh, look, and died. I somehow feel like he knows he can get his kids. Michael Cohen knows that if he wants, he's imbalanced. Okay, once he realizes that he's like, he can't get away from things, he's going to try to get the kid. I'm trying to think here, guys. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes because I'm sensing here it's an opportunity for gifts and money, and then this is related to Trump. Okay, and there's the prison here. So he can't get away. He ends up going to prison, but then he is talking about how this other man helped attack. Misinformation. I wonder if he gives information on Jared here, okay? And he leaves. This is the thing, guys. Trump leaving in the end. So let me think. Okay, so what is this? This is the question. So how does he react when he realizes Trump is not helping him? Does he take his what does he get revenge? Does Michael Cohen get revenge? I think it's like, guys, like I said, it's showing him, I do see him going to prison. He's still kind of like in that world, and then he realizes that nothing is really going to happen to him. Like he's still stuck there. And I think he's almost like it's showing him, like, there's movies about people getting, have heroin addictions, and they're kind of like several days they're like kind of shaking or something, like they don't have the drugs. And I think he goes through this period of extremely anger, like he's so angry. And I can get them down, I can get all of it, I can talk about it, I can da da da. And I think that's the moment when he realizes, he expresses the anger that he's always felt towards Trump because Trump was always mean to him. And it's showing here, guys, I'm seeing the big face of Don Jr. He's like, I'm going to get Don Jr. and I'm going to get, he knows some stuff, shady stuff about Kushner, but mostly about Don Jr. and Ivanka and the kids. So he knows where the bodies are buried for them. And like I said, when he realizes he doesn't have power to get himself out of that situation, that's when I think he may talk about the kids. And I think it's just that it will take him going to prison to realize or to understand that I think he needs to see, because Trump, he talks, who cares what he says, right? So once he realizes that Trump is either unwilling or unable to help him, and that's when he will make the decision. Okay, because Trump, like I said, he thinks that he is going to talk anyway. He could talk, So that's why he doesn't want to help him. But at the same time, I think he's so heartbroken, Michael Cohen, because he was the only guy who was like, he's the only guy who was there for him the whole time, whatever. I'm there for that guy. That's how he pays it back. I don't know if I'm saying correctly, but does it make sense? It's kind of like he just feels very betrayed. And I think that's when I think he talks and he describes the schemes that they were involved in. And he knows, it's like, I think he knows the money, the dirty money, and he knows the path to the money. And this is what I don't understand, guys. Like, how come Trump didn't try to? It seems, I don't understand this whole thing with like Trump. It has to be extremely dumb to like. I don't understand how, if you have all this like shady money, how, I don't know. It seems so weird. Okay. So, like I said, I think the government already has enough evidence on Trump, and they are not gonna, be nice to him anyway. He's still gonna have to serve time, but I think eventually he may decide to get revenge on Trump once or when he realizes Trump is not going to be able to pardon him or maybe help him or his family financially in some way. Okay, so that's what I think. I'm gonna stop here. Okay, bye.